In March 2008, during his run for president, Barack Obama delivered one of the most powerful speeches in modern American history. A more perfect union. The nation was divided. A controversy surrounding Obama's former pastor had raised questions about race, unity, and identity in America. But instead of avoiding the issue, Obama faced it head-on. He stood before the nation and spoke about race with honesty, courage, and grace. He began with the Constitution's promise that America strives toward a more perfect union. Not perfection, but continual progress. Obama reminded Americans that our founding ideals were written by imperfect men, yet they created a framework for constant improvement. He acknowledged that the country's history of slavery and segregation left deep scars, and that race still shaped our experiences. But his message wasn't about blame. It was about understanding, recognizing the pain on both sides of America's racial divide. He spoke of the Black community's struggles, the legacy of discrimination, the fight for equal opportunity, and the frustration that still lingers. Then he turned to white Americans, those who felt left behind by economic change or resentful of policies they saw as unfair. Obama didn't dismiss their feelings. Instead, he called for empathy, saying that progress could only come through listening, not labeling. He said, "The anger is real. It's not always productive, but it's real." By naming that truth, he bridged divides most politicians avoid. He framed race as part of a larger American story, not a problem to solve, but a challenge to rise above together. Obama's voice carried both hope and realism. He didn't promise miracles. He asked for patience, dialogue, and shared responsibility. At its core, the speech was about unity through honesty, confronting uncomfortable truths without letting them define us. He reminded the audience that no single group has a monopoly on suffering or virtue, that all Americans have a stake in a common future. Obama said, "We may have different stories, but we hold common hopes." It was a call to rebuild trust in each other. He tied his message to the civil rights movement, honoring those who marched and sacrificed, but also to a new generation ready to lead. The timing was crucial. America stood on the brink of electing its first Black president, and the world was watching how it would respond. Instead of deepening division, Obama's words reminded people that unity isn't about sameness. It's about shared purpose. He closed with a challenge, not a celebration, to continue striving, learning, and living up to the ideals of freedom and equality. That is why this speech still resonates today, because the pursuit of a more perfect union is never finished. It's an ongoing mission. It calls on each generation to face injustice, bridge divides, and see one another not as enemies, but as neighbors. Barack Obama. Words remind us that progress isn't linear, but every honest conversation brings us one step closer. His speech wasn't just political, it was moral, emotional, and deeply American, a reflection of what the nation could be at its best. More than a campaign moment, a more perfect union became a blueprint for empathy, truth, and hope in an imperfect world. Even years later, the message rings true. The dream of equality depends not on one leader, but on all of us working together. Obama's speech was both a mirror and a map, showing the flaws of our history and the path toward healing. And that's why it stands among the greats, alongside Lincoln at Gettysburg, King in Washington, and Kennedy in his call to service. Because the work of forming a more perfect union is never done, but every word, every act of understanding moves us closer. If you found this information valuable, please go ahead and subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out the other interesting tales of the rest of the presidents.